I'm Frances Michelle Lopez, and I'm the Executive Director of the Los Angeles County Brewers Guild. We are a nonprofit organization founded in 2013. We represent over 50 independently owned craft breweries here in LA County. The beer culture in LA is really, really young. Most of our breweries are less than 3 years old. You would say that the craft beer boom started in 2009. We've grown to 50 breweries. It's been an exciting thing to see grow. I've been the director of the guild for only a year now, and since that year we've added 12 new breweries to our roster. Today we're going to go see Smog City Brewing in Torrance, California. They're one of our more veteran breweries. They were established 5 years ago and opened this brewery that we're going to in 2013. We'll be meeting brewmaster and owner Jonathan Porter and his wife Lori Porter. Lori actually acts as our president at the LA Brewers Guild, and both of them have done amazing things to build community here in LA. Hey.
Welcome. There you guys are.
We decided that Smog City would be a really great name because outside of LA you still recognize that it's the LA brand and that you bring it back to home. We wanted to be a brewery that came from LA, but we didn't want to be a brewery that came from LA from Hollywood, right? Because we're not Hollywood people, we're East Coast. So it's a California coastal cypress with the roots in Los Angeles. So we're a California brewery with our roots in LA.
What's new?
Oh, what isn't new? When's the last time you were here?
There was like maybe half of this board on. So you guys have been busy.
When we moved to California, it was just the selection and the caliber of the beer being made out here. It was amazing comparatively to the East Coast. I feel like California's a little ahead of the curve.
The leche oscura is really nice. Some milk stout.
You know what? I'll try that one just because it's new to me.
My first craft beer, as many people from California will attest, was a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I really loved hoppy beers. I really loved full flavored beers. And from then I kind of got bitten by the bug and haven't turned back since.
I don't know about you, but I was into beer for a long time before I started brewing it.
And when home brewing started, it was this perfect marriage between science and creativity. And I think it was just what he needed.
We started by renting a warehouse nearby and sort of brewing and selling and delivering on the weekends and after work. And that paid off in dividends because by the time we opened the doors here, we already had a reputation. We already had over 100 accounts.
We didn't make any money. We lost money in that first year and a half, but it gave us a lot of stability. It gave us a really good foundation for our business to grow. Are you ready for a tour?
Sure. You want to show me around? What are you guys brewing today?
Jake's brewing Hop Tonic today. Yeah. The best selling in the tap room is always the hoppy stuff. Yeah, Hop Tonic IPA is kind of our flagship IPA.
I call it the lemon head or the fireball mentality. So when we were all kids, we wanted the most extreme, right? You like pop that fireball and you're like, yeah, I can, oh, it's so hot. Wow, so wild. And I feel like it's the same thing. Like
so
people
good.
really want to go on that far extreme, and the same reason why sour beer or fruited sour beer is so much more popular than balanced, mildly sour beer right now, is that I think we just swing so far on that pendulum. You want to go to the most extreme, and then you kind of back out, right? As your palate becomes more refined and more educated, and you start realizing what you want in a beer.
You gotta have hops, man. Okay, so our saber-toothed squirrel, which they were just bottling behind us, and the coffee porter. We've been making just about all of them from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So this is the collaboration that we do with Jay Bricks, the winery in San Diego. We call it Bricks Layer. It is a beer that we age in wine barrels for about a year and then re-ferment with fresh pressed Riesling. And this year we tried to add a little more Brett character up front.
Our brewers are innovative, they're creative, they're excited, and it really resonates with the community what's happening here.
Is this a tiny fermenter?
Yeah, this is Little Bro.
What magic happens in here?
It's Little Bro. So anytime we do an experimental beer, the super small batch, you know, 1 oak barrel or 1 stainless steel barrel, this is the tank that we finish the beer in. So we just roll them into the walk-in and carbonate it, and then kegs.
That's awesome. I
these
would
are
have like a
serving
little
tapes too,
arsenal
right?
of them.
Yeah.
And so I think now with beer being such a prevalent topic in the food and beverage industry, having something to call your own, something that's made where you could see how it's made, see where it's made, what conditions it was made under, has been a very important thing.
I'm starving, so this just looks like salami to me.
These are not edible, but they are delicious.
What was in this?
These are actually from the oak spirals that you use in the wine industry, sort of like refresh barrels. We use them to add a little subtle oak character to Cali Love. I just picked up one of these.
Oh, nice. Was that
smell? It kind of smells like cinnamon.
Is that your collaboration with Speakeasy? Is it Speakeasy that you did
This year? Yeah. Well, with Zambo, the head brewer up there.
I think that craft beer consumers are starting to be a little bit more privy on freshness and on getting something that's locally made. Obviously, you could have the best IPA in the world, but if it's going to travel thousands and thousands of miles in whatever vessel or whatever distribution network you have, obviously it's not going to be as good as something that was brewed and packaged 5 miles away from your home.
I love a copper kettle. I love those like beautiful copper brew houses.
of course.
But this one just feels like it has a lot of soul and has a story to tell. It's like one of those old classic cars, you know, that's just a showpiece and it's a workhorse.
But
like
not
you
too
said.
pretty.
No.
Not too pretty. I think craft beer is so much about relationships and family and your local community. So we've fashioned our beer names, our art labels, our logos, all around our personalities, not around what we think other people will like and then hopefully buy our product. It's very narcissistic to some level. I mean, you're really saying, okay, here's us, put it in a bottle.
Here's our personality.
If you like it, then you respond to our brand. If you don't like it, there's another brand out there that you're really gonna love. You know, we're not land grabbing everybody. So this is sort of the future of Smog City. It's still, obviously, now it's storage.
So basically, once we get the cold warehouse, I'm calling it, done, this will be a mirror image of the tanks on the other side. So we'll pull out the floor, and then hopefully we'll have another set rows of tanks. We'll move packaging in here. Everything will be a little more organized and a little more permanent.
We represent what I like to call like the American dream, where you know you have a lot of different cultures, a lot of different subgroups, and a lot of different age ranges, just like really being able to be one community with one unified voice. And so that, I think, is something that is uniquely, if not uniquely California, definitely uniquely LA.
LA is such a big place, and when there's a lot of breweries, you know, they tend to kind of cluster at that point.
Yeah. We're South Bay, so we've got about 12 breweries that are all within 5 miles of each other. We're all very, very, very close. We see each other all the time.
We're one of those still very young scenes, so everybody pretty much knows everybody else.
I think it's a pretty amazing community. I wouldn't ask to be in any other community.
And I think with us, just seeing the culture that is being built around that has really helped drive that success.